Hi, my name is Corey Gerard, and I am here to talk about my planned black central bank in America, which would be comprised of trillions upon trillions of dollars of resources, which most certainly will be poured into it to make a most stable foundation. And I intend for every black person of all age groups and genders to have stock in our corporation, which will be our Essence Quality Bank. And that doesn't mean we will not exclude white partnership nor do business with white corporations. Now, some might ask, why do I feel that we need a black central bank based in America? Well, I would simply answer by saying it's a positive way to contribute to the all of society, and monies will not be thrown away or misappropriated where they shouldn't be with regard to this black central bank. Another reason I feel that a black central bank will serve us black people well is because it will certainly end much racism, racial strife, and equality, as well as virtually put an end to poverty and notions of ghetto communities there. Come now, do you really know why those type of things go on, which involves those videos where you see black people treated unfairly by white police officers, as well as other cases of racism? And people have sent me a whole bunch of videos, and it just boggles my mind that, people will not sit down and come up with a solution for such serious issues like that. But I have. I do social injustice videos all the time, and I would like more support, but at least the people do watch them. Well, I'm going to tell you why things like that happen, because it's not really because of skin color, even though it is, but it's really because people, if you are poor, then you are looked at as a certain, inferior quality or stock. Now come now, how many videos do you see where rich black people are treated that way by white police officers? And I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, but 99% of the times, if you see a case where it involves racism, race equality, or injustice involving the races, then it's a case that involves somebody that is poor rather than rich. So I have an idea to put an end to all of that. And if us blacks are waiting for other races to feel sorry for us and come give us some type of lump sum handout, then you should know by now that that's not going to happen. Every time I try to record this, cars are driving by, noisy cars. So, as part of my studies, I have determined that black people make up maybe 13, 14% of the population in America. And despite our percentages of being that, our buying power is 50%. So that would indicate that we're not conscious as far as saving or spending. And annually, it has been determined that us black people spend $1.2 trillion each year. Yes, persons, that is not inaccurate. Us black people have been spending $1.2 trillion each year. And think about it, with the type of money we've been spending, we could have virtually bought and purchased every major corporation in America, and probably throughout the rest of the world as well. So, in order for our Essence Quality Bank to actually happen, us black folks must take a black census to accurately determine how many black people of all ages and genders are living in America at this time. Secondly, we need to get an accounting firm which can be trusted. We need to get a brokerage firm. We need to get investment bankers that will help us in putting all of this together. And thirdly, I've come up with a way that we can revert many of those dollars in which we have already spent each year into the bank. And I got an idea as well that we could divert many of the funds that we're spending annually as well. Okay, first and foremost, we can fill the bank with enough liquid resources, as soon as possible, by simply, just say, cashing out on anything that we can liquidate, anything of value. I mean, stocks, bonds, jewelry, cars, mink coats, all of that. And if you cash out on all of that, we can put that sum together and pour those resources into that bank. And I'm sure that would be a substantial amount, and each person will get stock based on the amount that they put in there. So if someone puts in there, say, $1,000, they will receive that sum in stock. But everyone else will receive stock anyway, because I feel as though solidarity will most certainly be an appropriate way to go. So we'll give everyone stock, even if that stock isn't even. Now, next, if we're spending a combined $1.2 trillion a year, as I was saying, if we're spending $1.2 trillion a year, we should be able to cut that at least into half, where we are only spending $600 billion a year. Or even better, if we're only spending $300 billion a year, we can put the rest into that bank in an annual basis. And then that would most certainly accumulate into trillions when you add up the reverting of funds with the diverting of funds, all at the same exact time. I know there might be many black people that might say, hey, this guy Corey, he has a lot of intelligent, ingenuitive ideas, but I think he might be a con man who wants our money. Well, I would simply answer by saying, look, I'm an educated man. I had better than a 300 GPA in college. I now have a good job where I could pay my rent and all my bills. And I have pretty much written thousands upon thousands of different types of documentations on books and everything else. So that's an indication that I don't just value money. But hey, I'm not a fool. This Essence Quality Bank is mine. It's my idea, so I expect to get well compensated for it. But you know, everybody will most certainly be compensated for it as well who are involved in it. And yes, we can partner up with white corporations and invest in all types of communities and make the world a better unified place as a result of it. As well as wipe away all notions of ghetto communities and racial inequality in the process. And then many black motorists will be receiving the proper respect that they are rightfully due when they get pulled over by police officers, racist or not. And many police officers are cool. Like the great majority of them, like a lot of them are like cool, but it's just like a few that make the whole thing look bad. It just makes it seem like a corrupt system. But, you know, you will not, if you get pulled over, you will most certainly have percentages. You will have a stock in my bank, so they will not be able to look down on you anymore. They'll be like, wait a minute, this person has stock in the biggest bank in the world, so let's treat them with proper respect now. Now, many of y'all black folks can show me that y'all are in fact interested in this by sharing this video and liking on it. And then I will give y'all further updates on the status of the Quality of Essence or the Essence Quality Bank. So thank you for watching this video. This is Corey Gerard and I'm signing off.